All seriousness, though, moving in with someone, especially someone that you love, you have to move in with someone. You got to take it to the next step, right? Eventually.
Or you die alone. Hey.
Oh no.
Or you get a dog and he fulfills your life.
Yeah, that's what it is. Where is the actual Chris where you're not just being like a tough guy?
I say that to make myself think that I'm not going to die alone, but I am going to die alone.
Because you actually want to live with a woman and have like a close.
Yeah, that's what. Remember we talked about fears. Your biggest fear. One of my biggest fear is actually dying alone. That's like my biggest fear. I know it's going to happen because like when my parents.
Why do you keep pushing away?
Because I push away everybody, Mike. Okay, it's my thing.
Not me. I'm not that lucky.
I want to. You'll like
pushing away for years.
You'll like the
push
traffic.
harder on this side of the table.
You're listening to the Dear Buddies podcast.
You will grow from boys into men.
Whatever, dude. What does that look? Don't get weird on me.
Hey, buddy.
For all those questions you can't bring yourself to ask your friends, ask your buddies.
Luca's nervous. 3, 2. Hey, welcome back to the Dear Buddies podcast. We're very excited that you're back here with us. We have a really fun episode, a really fun topic. I'm pumped and also a little bit nervous to talk about.
This is not our 12th time starting this podcast.
Yeah, we started it. I screwed up the first time because
he breathed.
Click the water bottle.
Yeah.
I
showed
take
up.
a sip of water on this podcast.
But before we start making fun of each other, please make sure you rate and review, subscribe to us on YouTube, Dear Buddies, youtube.com/Dear Buddies Podcast. It's Dear Buddies Podcast on everything, so make sure you hit us up on Instagram. We're going to have a lot of fun games we're going to be playing on Instagram, asking you questions. You can interact with us there. And make sure you hit us up on that Patreon. We've got a ton of bonus content that we're going to be producing. We have a whole separate podcast, which is our old podcast called Sweet Buddies that we used to do. We were number 13 on the iTunes chart before we decided to quit because we're a bunch of losers. But we're going to be redoing that, and it's only on Patreon. So make sure you check us out, patreon.com/Dear Buddies Podcast. And all that good stuff, you know.
Yeah, Patreon's the most important part.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
and thank you for doing that if you do.
And thank you, Mike, for doing that whole intro. Because if me and Scopo did it would be an absolute disaster.
I would have killed it.
You wouldn't have.
There's no shot I would have not killed that thing.
You called an antelope a cantaloupe earlier. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. And then you said cannibal.
How fast cantaloupe run? We would like cantaloupe. He goes, yeah, cantaloupe.
I did call it a cantaloupe. I thought it was a cantaloupe. I really thought it was a cantaloupe. I've been calling them cantaloupes for years.
We
Wait
know.
a minute, that wasn't just a mistake you made just here?
No, I've really been calling them cantaloupes.
No, he's wired to be an idiot. Yeah, no. He's an idiot, for sure.
Hey, Scopo, can't figure it out.
That wasn't bad. That was pretty good. I liked it. Yeah. And you wonder why I'm the only one not living with somebody. Which brings us to our topip.
Yeah. No, we're pumped. Today we're talking about living with somebody, living with your significant other, living with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is.
Or if you can't man up and get your own place like myself, you'll move in with somebody.
Because a lot of times the people no guy that I knew would talk like I couldn't. I asked a lot of people about it. I was like, what do I need to know? And they were like, you'll figure it out. Like, it's natural. Everyone does it. And it's like, no, I have some questions I would like to ask, and I couldn't really get those answers. So I thought that'd be a really fun topic to talk about.
I was scared when I was moving in with my girlfriend because I was scared she was going to find my flaws and I was nervous.
Really? Your flaws? You have some?
A bit. Nothing crazy. But
when she met you, your room was a 4x4.
It wasn't a big room, but it had character. And personality.
And whose bed did you sleep on?
I slept on another person's bed, and it didn't have a doorknob. But once I got that doorknob,
but the bed that I got you though. Where was that from?
Yeah,
Why did I get you that bed?
Scopo got me a bed because he was sleeping with a woman, and she was throwing it out, and he got me a bed. Is that what you wanted me to say?
So little background. We all used to live together, which is what our old podcast we used to record it in our old apartment, which is the one you can catch on Patreon. The new episodes. But we all lived together, and we all lived in absolute deplorable conditions separately. And then we joined forces to live in a very deplorable house where in the heat of the summer, if you're walking barefoot, the tiles would stick to your feet and they would come up. Like you'd be walking around like you goddamn remodeling the place every time you took a step. We've since upgraded, and now me and Pav live with our girlfriends, and Scopo never will.
No. Always gonna be by myself. What's up? How you doing? My apartment is decorated by my mother.
Yeah.
So, and then you're gonna live by yourself, definitely
for the first
by choice.
Yeah,
not
for the
because no one will ever
future.
want to live with you.
I say it's by choice. I say it's by choice. Others might find me deplorable.
We all had different situations too, right? Because me and my girlfriend got a place together. You moved into
I moved into my girlfriend's current living situation.
and Scopo's mother moved him into his.
Scopo's mom
place.
moved him
Yes.
in.
Yes.
And
Well, listen.
decorated, paid for everything.
Bottom of dog.
I wanted to decorate my apartment. I really did. And I said, Mom, I want to get a futon. She goes, great idea. You should get a futon. I go, yeah, but I want orange color like the Mets. And she said, you're not decorating your place. And she's just like, I'm just going to do it for you. And I said, okay, Mom.
Yeah, but if you were decorating your place, you would have put an orange beanbag. Well, of Mr. Met's head, like you would, that would have been it, and the whole place would have been orange and blue.
I did order it.
Did you actually?
No, I wanted to though. I was very close to ordering it.
But that's an interesting point. Is like the whole one thing that I wish I'd have known is that 90% of the stuff I was going to bring to this apartment was going to be thrown away. Literally, my bed, my bedding. I had a great top sheet, which I thought was all
What's
you
a
needed.
top sheet?
Well, the thing you sleep under, the comforter or whatever.
The comfort is a top sheet, and then
No,
the duvet is what you put into it,
See,
right?
this is something new that we're finding out. Is I had like a comforter.
You mean a mattress cover?
What is a mattress cover?
You put it on the mattress, and then you put a sheet on top of
the bottom sheet. That's the fitted sheet.
No. A mattress cover goes on top of the mattress,
Yes.
and then you put a fitted sheet on top of the mattress cover.
Are you talking about a piss cover? A
No.
piss blocker?
That's not a piss block. It's a mattress cover.
What's a mattress cover?
The thing that covers the mattress.
I thought that was a fitted sheet.
No, a fitted sheet
No,
is just
yeah.
a fitted sheet.
So what does a mattress cover do? That a fitted sheet doesn't?
Like my mattress cover, it's a little bit. It gives you like support, like softer, so it's a little easier to sleep on.
Oh,
And then
You need something soft to put on a mattress? Isn't that the point of
it's
a
like an
mattress?
egg crate. Have you had like an egg crate?
Yeah, I've had an egg crate.
Yeah, that
Wait.
goes on top of your mattress to make it softer.
you're not
But
talking.
that's not a
What's the thing
I'm
that's
so
really
confused.
hard to put back on once you make your bed?
it's a
Fitted
fitted
sheet.
sheet.
I don't like that thing.
No, it's tough.
I would rather sleep on a pure mattress than have to deal with that.
You
every
did for
time.
2 years.
That's why I didn't have the thing.
But I thought that I was bringing this comforter with me because it was a very nice. I thought I spent a lot of money on it, and then the thought of it, she was like, absolutely
She
not.
goes, "Why does it smell like bacon?"
Well, that's how I cook it. I cook it in my bedroom. I have a bacon alarm clock. It cooks bacon, wakes me up. That's delightful.
When we lived together, three men, heterosexual males living together.
Mostly.
Yes. It was very. It
Awesome?
It was awesome at times because we were drinking a lot, but it didn't feel. It did not feel like how it feels in my. I feel like I live in a home now. I come home. I respect my home. I hang up my coat. I take my shoes off. I lay on my couch. I do things
With clothes.
in a home,
Which is a huge change.
Yes.
You love walking around in your underwear.
Who doesn't?
This guy used to walk around our apartment in underwear where the underwear would be up to his belly button.
And the
it
underwear was always-
he looked like an old Italian grandfather, and it was the most disgusting
And
thing
the
I'd ever
underwear was
seen in my
always like
life.
SpongeBob. It's always like SpongeBob underwear.
I had colorful underwear.
Yeah.
That's what
'cause your
gets me going in the
personality is
morning.
colorful.
Yeah.
But it would be 6:30 at night. We're all like getting ready for spots, and I'm like, "What are you doing tonight, Pav?" He goes, "I got spots in a little bit," and just walking around in your SpongeBob underwear like you're gonna entertain a crowd of 50 like it's nothing.
He's got hair on his shoulders that come up to his ears.
Yeah.
But I lived in that house, and now thinking back on that house, at the time I was like, this is a fine house. But now when I think about it, I shiver a bit.
It's
It's disgusting.
disgusting.
Excuse me, can you tell them where I rescued you from? I rescued you like I rescued you from a shelter.
So Pav has come a long way, by the
We've
way,
talked
from
about this.
living with his wonderful girlfriend in a home.
It's a beautiful apartment.
I showed up to the apartment that I got you out of, and I go, "You don't have to live there anymore, buddy. You can come with me now, okay? You can
He
come
was
home."
a bit of an orphan.
I
You can
lived
come
in a
home,
really.
and you honestly, you went in the back seat and you shook for a little bit because you were nervous.
I lived in a bad place. I definitely lived in a bad place. But our place wasn't great. It wasn't great. Now that I look at it, I know it's not. You know what our place reminded me of? It reminded me of someone who was on a run from a cartel or a organized crime
Yeah,
syndicate.
because none of our names were on the lease, and the lease was one sheet of paper, and they were like, "You pay rent," and we just like, "All right, I guess we're paying that."
I remember the last
It wasn't
time.
a place to go home to. It was a place to survive for the next day. That's what it was.
My girlfriend now, she wouldn't come. She hung out like 2 or 3 times at the apartment. I was like, "Hey, you want to come over?" She's like, "No, I'm not going in there. I'm gonna get asbestos poisoning."
You know, one time I saw Scopo. You're not even gonna. You're gonna lie and say that this didn't happen. We didn't have any spoons left because they were dirty, and instead of washing it, he ate cereal with a fork.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Do you remember that?
No.
You didn't want to wash
absolutely-
your
I ate cereal with a fork.
a fork.
Yeah.
No, I've
Because
never
you-
had
you-
cereal though.
Yes. What are you talking
Yes,
about?
you ate it with a fork because you did not want to
No.
clean the
Do you know how many
spoons.
cereal bowls I would see in your room unless you were doing something else with bowls and puddles of milk?
Oh, I don't remember that. Really?
There's a lot
Yes.
of eating you don't remember in that apartment.
There was a lot of, you know what I remember in our houses? We were just so stubborn that none of us wanted to take out the garbage because we always felt we did it the previous time. So the recycle would be just jacked up, and I feel like it was like it was like reverse Jenga. Like I would put a bottle on there, and I didn't want it to collapse, and then I'd walk away like, "Hey, that's on me."
I didn't want to.
If it collapsed and you were there, you gotta take it out. You gotta take it out. That was your penance of like, you gotta take it out. Come
I
on.
didn't
put it
like
on
taking
top
the
of it.
trash out because I didn't want to have to deal with the neighbor, with the landlords yelling at me for not putting it in the right bucket. It's so much better living in my
I am a
apartment now.
garbage-
They have a person's job is just to sort the trash. I'll bring the trash down. They'll be out there. I'm like, which one? They're like, put it anywhere. It's okay. I'll take care of it. I'm like, this is great. And I want to do the trash good now. But that's the thing about living with my girlfriend now is that I live in a place that has a real amenity where there's somebody that takes care of it. It's not this like haphazard illegal apartment run by the cartel. Like we live in a real place. And it's great.
No,
and,
it would be the Chinese mafia.
and this is where I
if
learned
anything.
about duvets.
It was the triads that were running our apartment.
I always thought a duvet. I swear to God, I thought a duvet was a type of couch. She was like, "Should we get a duvet?" I go, "Ooh, a fancy couch." And she goes, "No, I mean a duvet like for the comforter." I go, "Oh, I have a comforter."
Do
She
you
goes,
know-
the thing that goes on top of it? I go, "Like another comforter?" I thought she wanted to do a comforter and then another blanket. I was like, "I'm gonna boil to death in this lady's house." But apparently, it's just a fancy sheet. You tuck your duvet, your cover in.
Do you know
your
what
comforter?
you know what a duvet is, right, Scopo?
duvet cover. Yeah.
So it's you put your blanket
He's got a good
into the
mouth.
cover. That's a duvet.
Put your blanket into the cover.
You put your comforter in the duvet. It's like a pillowcase for your comforter.
Yes, that's how he described it.
That's
to
how
me.
I learned.
Then I don't have a duvet at all.
Well, that's why you got to move in with your girlfriend.
You got to get a girlfriend. You'll have
Whoa.
one. You'll have two.
Wonderful girlfriend.
You
gotta
have a
move in.
girlfriend. You need to move in with your girlfriend. You'll have multiple duvets.
So I think
More duvets you could shake a
How
stick
many
at.
duvets do you have? How many duvets do you and your?
I
So
think
zero.
I think I'm losing you at girlfriend. That's the part I'm losing you at right there. Yeah.
He's got zero. How many-
zero duvet Scopo. I am currently. I've been told we have 3 duvets,
Yeah.
and I've washed 2, and I do that incorrectly because I don't take the comforter out. I just throw it all in.
So that's the
That's the thing, I'm
So
learning.
a duvet is where you're supposed to take it out of the comforter out,
Mm-hmm.
and then you wash the duvet so that you don't have to wash the thing. You're just been putting the whole.
kit and caboodle.
That's like putting
This
a pillow
seems-
and the pillowcase in. Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's like in order to wash your shoes, you just take them into the shower and
literally have-
wear them, and you shove.
I have a headache. I have a headache from this. Why do I want to add a girlfriend and a duvet to this topic? I
Duvets
don't
are actually
like-
nice.
It's a lot. Just tell your girls you don't need a duvet.
I feel
You don't need a duvet.
feel better as a person in a house, not just because I'm with someone.
Now I know that the idea of feeling better is insane to you. You couldn't feel any better than you currently do.
I feel fantastic.
You're well.
I am well, okay? I am well.
You're fine.
So
I
you
am
have
well.
3.
You're
You
good.
have 3 duvets.
I believe so.
We have 2.
Oh, a duvet makes you well? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get a duvet and my life will be extraordinary.
Spell duvet.
D-O-U-V.
Yeah, you're out. D-O-U-V. What alphabet is that?
That's from next Friday. I stole it from a movie. What do you?
Did you?
Yeah.
So we have 2, and I found out 2 days ago that
You can't eat 'em.
We need a.
He found that out 2 days ago. He's been eating duvets for the last 4 years. Oh, get it because you're fat.
We wear the same pant size. Who's fat now? We have 2, and she wants a third. She's been treating duvets like children. She approached me. She goes, "I think, hear me out, 3rd duvet." I go, "I don't think we can afford this. How are we going to pay for a 3rd duvet?" But she wants a third. She wants a 3rd duvet. I'm like, we have one already. She goes, "We have 2." I go, "We have 2 duvets?" I had no idea.
Where do you keep your duvets?
We keep them in a bucket.
Yeah. yeah.
Bucket basket.
You don't
I gotta-
show the duvets off?
No, we hang up on the walls. When people come over, we're like, "Do you notice?"
I would have my duvets out and go, this is duvet 1, duvet 2, and we're hoping for duvet 3. You never know.
Fingers crossed.
You never know.
We have a bucket that we keep under
have a
our
duvet bucket.
our bed, and then that's what
I swear to God, 2 days ago during this duvet conversation, it came up because Becca she goes, oh, I want to change my duvet. I want to change the duvet. She starts putting the duvet into the laundry. And I go, you just, like literally the day before she put that duvet on. And then she said, I go, are you washing it after one use? I go, this is mental. This is a mental problem. She goes, no, well, I was really hot last night, so I wanted to wash it. I was like, you weigh 110. Like, what are you talking
She was sweating,
about?
perhaps?
She wasn't. I go, you can't wash it after one use.
Look,
I go, you got to get a week out of this thing.
So you
I
guys,
used to go months.
This is a healthy relationship. So
Healthy.
Yeah. So when you, how is it moving into a place where someone is the owner or on the lease?
Everything that you own is no longer there.
So
There's no combining of efforts.
Did you feel less?
I still feel like I'm in her apartment.
Do you have to, like, when you go to the bathroom, you'd be like, I'm going to the bathroom. don't be around.
I do a lot of like.
Do you when she goes away, when she goes to the store or something like that, do you go, okay, now it's time to fucking destroy this
No.
place?
If I see her putting her jacket, I'm like, how long you gone for? Text me on your way back, so I know how long. No, I will say if I have to go to the bathroom, like go to the bathroom.
Yeah, how does it feel like doing the pooping and with your girlfriends?
We don't bring up bathroom etiquette with us.
No.
Well, from what we.
I'll
are we talking
answer
about this?
I'll answer it.
Yeah, it's
I
a common
bring
thing.
my laptop into the bathroom,
You've done that since our place,
and I
though.
crank like Euromix, and so she can't hear. And when she goes to the
He
bathroom,
loves to put on jock jams. too.
yeah, and that's what she says. She goes to the bathroom. She goes,
Every
jock
time
jam it
you
up.
know it's the bathroom is because the Chicago Bulls intro theme song goes on like, oh, Pam's taking a deuce.
It's do 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 do. And now, your starting point guard for your Chicago Bulls.
I have to pump myself up for the day.
Why? Well, you have to pump yourself up to poop?
Gary Glitter. Da-na-na. Hey, that's when I start flossing. I swear to God. But that's what, when she goes to the bathroom, that's what I do. She goes, please put on music as loud as you can. So I usually will crank, anything that.
Now, when you guys
Celine this week.
do like when Annie's at my place and I have to go to the bathroom, I turn the faucet on.
Well, I used to do that, but I live with a pure save the world bleeding heart. So she's like, turn the water on. She's like, I'd rather hear you dump. I'd rather hear the kaplunk into the toilet than hear the waste of water.
I was gonna say, can you kaplunk? But I was like, you could kaplunk anywhere. You could be in the middle of Madison Avenue, and he's like, I'll kaplunk right now.
I have to ask her, and like when I go to the bathroom to go, I have to go, are you planning on using the bathroom the next hour or the next 20 minutes?
I was gonna say next year.
Yeah, your gas is it's mustard gas. It's disgusting.
It's not great.
It's the Battle of Passchendaele.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a bunker in World War I. It's disgusting stuff.
Yeah,
It's awful. It's horrendous.
The Nazis actually used your farts to kill people.
We
That's
have
what happened.
we have a lot of sprays. That's the thing that I've done for our places. There's a lot of specific sprays for bathroom smells. And she's okay with. She actually used to hate it because I would spray cologne because I'm like, oh, she'll never know. And then she goes in there and it's just like a Romanian club. And she's like, can you not? Because it smells like Acquadisio and shit.
Dude,
can you please stop?
My dad used to do that back when I lived at home 2 days ago. No, he always used to put cologne and I'm like, Dad, it just smells like cologne and your shit.
Yeah,
that's all it smells like.
There's
no.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's not masking the smell at all.
Givenchy Play and Dookie.
Yeah.
You smell like an Uber driver and
It was Calvin Klein 2 and my Ralph shits. That's what that was.
But yeah, so I have to give like a good lead in and out.
He's got great questions
I got
because he lives with his dog.
Now, yeah. So like when you guys both moved in right as the pandemic kind of hit.
I moved 1 month before the pandemic.
And you moved up the same month.
2 days before
now,
the pandemic.
you guys, both your women had jobs where they left for the day. Now, when they stayed, how did that mentally fuck with you with your pooping?
It wasn't good. That's when we learned about each other.
Because I've been to both of your places. They're not like huge where you can kind of mask it by distance. You're right on top of each other.
We have a window.
My bathroom in my apartment is probably further away from your guys' bathroom in your places.
Yeah.
So the good thing is this pandemic did bring masks. So when she goes to the bathroom after I dominate it, I go put on a mask and I go make it a double and put 2 on and then get in there, and that's what she does.
And she's okay. She's
Make
like,
sure it's an N95.
it's not like she's
no,
not
we
like,
give it time. I got
she's
the
not
window.
like upset with you guys. Like really, like it's 2:00 in the afternoon.
No, you know why? Because it's called life, and it's everybody poops.
No, I understand. I
Everybody
understand
poops.
that, but like sometimes, like she has a big meeting and she's got like pee before the meeting, and then you just came out like with the paper on your arm. Like I just don't go in there. She's like, I got a piece of full of meat.
on my arm. What am I taking a dump in
You're Al Bundy.
1932?
Well, she doesn't even. She's never
The
gotten.
Times. I read the reports. The weather is going to be bad in the next 3 months. Make sure you feed your. I don't know what I'm saying.
She does get mad at me.
Hold on. Let that bomb go. Okay. Just like one of his shits. Let that settle. Okay. Don't go in there for 5 to 10 minutes.
Flush that bit down the drain.
What I do, and this is what pisses her off the most, bathroom related, is I'm a brusher and a mover. Do you guys brush in stationary, or do you brush and walk around your house?
Your hair,
Oh,
your
you
teeth.
love to brush your teeth and move.
I brush my teeth
I
and
brush
move.
all over the house.
I brush all over the house, but the problem with me is
I brush while I pee, while I'm fucking doing my fucking zipping my
Is-
my nose.
Is
It's a good
that
time.
is that a generational thing? Like I feel like my parents brush their teeth only into the mirror. Like, I've
They have
never
to look at
seen
themselves in the
anyone.
mirror for the day. Like, oh God, I had another day. Alex is a son. Oh my God, Mike is a son. He shits everywhere. I'm smelling my son's shits right now.
I feel like I never saw my dad like walking around the house like scraping his molars. Like I feel like I'm always like doing it, but I will have the toothpaste, and I don't realize I put it on top of the fridge. I put it in my shoe.
Yeah.
She'll never know where she's like, "Where's the toothpaste?" I'm like, "I brought it to Canada." I never know where the toothpaste is, and she snaps, and that's what pisses her off about the bathroom more than
One time I
anything.
brought the toothpaste when I was on the road, and she hit me up. She goes, "Where's the toothpaste?" I go, "It's with me." And she goes, "You took the toothpaste?" And I had the dumbest response. I said, "I bought it." Because I had bought that toothpaste.
that had to
and
not go
honestly,
over well.
I could have like left a turd in place of it, and that would have been less damaging to my
Mike,
life than saying I paid for it. Because the second I did, I go, "I paid for it." Oh no! Why
Mike,
did I do that?
I've never lived with the girl, or now live with, or gonna live with the girl. I know I'd never to respond to that.
She was busting my
Ever.
balls about where to go.
This is what
and
you
I said-
say.
And then she goes, her response, and this is how I knew it was wrong. She goes, "Okay."
No.
That was it. I get back. There's a toothpaste, and it's taped over, and it says Becca's.
Oh.
And I screwed up. Oh, it was such a bad idea.
Again, women can't take jokes.
Yeah, but I leave stuff all over the place, which this is something I never did until I lived with her. But I didn't realize I was doing it. I also I'm tall, so she'll be like climbing. Yesterday she was on the
Climbing on top of you
yeah, she was
to get to safety.
She was on the countertop to get the Cheerios. Because I sometimes just put them on the top
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
cabinet, not
you're
even thinking
huge.
about it, and she'll just like, "God, where's the front?"
Oh, I thought she hides them from you.
Hilarious.
No, my mom.
She got to hide them down low.
No, my mom hides peanut butter from my dad. I swear to God, the peanut butter is like in. It's like in a tinfoil can underneath the sink because my dad in the middle of the night will wake up and just eat peanut butter like out of the jar.
That's a family. That's
where I
family
get it from.
trait.
So my mom, like I remember I used to when I sleep over there, I'm like, "Mom, where's the peanut butter?" Okay, you take the second drawer. That's what you
Shows
do.
you
Take the
a
second
treasure
drawer.
map?
You see the big tray. You move it to the side. Behind that is another tray. Move that to the side. There's the peanut butter. That's where it is.
Can I tell you what's really crazy though? I know a couple people like this because I don't know if it's a Catholic thing or an Italian thing, but my friends in a relationship for years live separately. The second they get married, move in together.
That's
That's tough.
That's an old school thing because that happened to all my cousins. Even though they were all female, my uncle wouldn't let them live with the guy until they married.
I'll take you one better.
Yet he would hold on. Yet they would spend 3-4 nights in the same house.
I'll give you one better than that, one crazier. I was engaged to a woman. We were together for years, and she wasn't even allowed to be in my apartment without adult supervision. We were in our mid-20s, engaged to be wed, and she had to lie to her family about that.
And this
She's
didn't work
never
out.
been to my apartment without. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Things didn't go well with that one. Turns out I didn't like her, and I got to tell you, as much as I didn't like her, sweet girl, I wish the best for her. She probably hated me that much more. Like I don't. It's unbelievable to think that we dated for as long as we did.
Mike, you should have stayed with her. Honestly, you would have been better off there than me and him right now.
Good point. Yeah.
Talking about you would have lived in a house. Now you have to shit with a girlfriend not knowing.
I'd have weighed twice what I weigh right now, and I'd probably be dead. I would have drank myself absolutely.
All
dead.
seriousness though, moving in with someone, especially someone that you love, you have to move in with someone. You got to take it to the next step, right? Eventually.
Or you die alone. Hey.
Oh, no.
Or you get a dog and he fulfills your life.
Yeah, that's what it is.
One what were some of like the things you realized that you know you're not that it's a sacrifice, but you had to adjust?
Yeah, what's something you have to adjust when you have to live with somebody and not be a man and get your own place?
I hate that you think that being a man means never.
It's going, I want to watch what I want to watch constantly.
What? How much of that is you trying to be a tough guy versus where does that end and like the reality of it sink in for you?
What do you mean?
That you're gonna die alone.
It's already
Like
sunk in.
when you keep saying like
it's
I watch what I want to watch, no woman, whatever. Like where is the actual Chris where you're not just being like a tough guy?
I say that to make myself think that I'm not going to die alone, but I am going to die alone.
Because you actually want to live with a woman and have like a close.
Yeah, that's what. Remember we spoke about fears. Your biggest fear. One of my biggest fear is actually dying alone. That's like my biggest fear. And I know it's going to happen. Because like when my parents,
why do you keep pushing away?
Because I push away everybody, Mike. Okay, it's my thing.
Not me. I'm not that lucky.
I want. You're like
pushing away for years.
You're like the
push
traffic.
harder on this side of the table.
No, because he accepts it. You're like, okay, let's hang out. Yeah, you like I text you and you go, what do you want from my life?
I'm being serious.
So what the adjustments were a lot of things. One, nowadays women make more money than men a lot of times, which is unfair.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. You guys just both in relationships with women make more money than you.
You make more money than your girlfriend?
I don't live with her.
Is that what you're waiting for? To make more money? And then you're like, hey, now it's time I move in.
That's the thing. I gotta make more money. I gotta be the dominant one.
Hey, don't live with her.
I said I go, sweetheart, once I make more money than you, we'll move in together. And she goes, I'm dating someone else already.
Yeah, really. Well, I had to I love to cook, and I love taking that role of being the person who provides like the food, but I also I don't. What is this? What?
I mean,
the silence yet the underlying laughter is making me crazy.
I love to cook. We can look at you, Mike.
Oh, my eyes are working again, Mikey.
I don't know you for the last 5 years.
Sorry. Go on.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the day that you two are in trouble physically with somebody and I'm close by and I don't.
Mike, do you remember the one time?
He makes fun of you way more.
Stop it. Do you remember the one time that I got into a car accident, fender bender, and I got out and the guy started yelling and you were in the car and you sat in the car while the guy yelled at me?
You know why?
Yeah.
Because it was your fault.
No, because you having a Sergeant Pepper.
The accident, it was your accident and you refused to admit it.
No,
so I was like,
the guy hit me from behind, Mike.
Yeah, hit from behind.
No, stop it.
You were turning from the wrong lane. You were
That
turning from a non-turning lane.
That was a different accident.
Let's talk about this later. It's a different accident that you were in the car with. I think you're just a bad driver.
It was a fender bender. The guy hit into me.
I have to I spend more time cleaning than I ever thought I would. I'm living in a small space with another person. I am constantly cleaning, and I never thought I would care as much as I do about cleaning. We have I bought a vacuum, like a little handheld, like
Shark Rocket,
something like that.
Oh, Steve loves to play with those.
And I use that so much, and it makes me so happy to I'm having a great time. Put my headphones on. It's great.
I do like to.
And I didn't think I would ever be this anal about if I see crumbs on the floor, I'm like, how did they get there?
No, I do.
I
do like to clean my apartment. I like to sweep my apartment, stuff like that. Then I like to use the Shark Rocket thing. It's actually kind of therapeutic to vacuum and clean your own place.
Yeah. And cleaning off a surface. Because I also make a mess in the kitchen, but I love bringing it back to a polish.
Yeah, it's also a little hard though because my dog does violently attack the vacuum.
What the thing that I was it was a lot of I didn't realize how much talking there was going to be. No, I'm being serious.
You communicate.
No,
she wants to know your feelings. You go, what am I feeling about the Sixers versus the Wolves? I'll tell you that.
I got a lot of feelings about how they're playing defense. Why are they in the zone?
Wait though, but I know when Pavone wants to talk sports so bad and he's with Olivia because I'll get texts from him out of the blue.
Texas?
Texas.
Like the state? Like Austin, Texas?
He sends me texts with Joe Rogan. And he tells me about you're watching this game, mate. You watch this game right now. What's going on here? I know he's with Olivia and he can't speak his mind. It's so fun to say.
Why does he think that you live in prison?
I
He thinks that we're prisoners.
No, because he'll be watching like The Bachelor or something like that with Olivia. He's watching a movie with Olivia, and he's following the game on his phone, and he needs to communicate.
That's
the
not
fact of
true.
the
I
game.
watch it on my laptop.
Oh,
It's
I'm
on my
sorry.
chest.
In the bathroom.
Playing
By the way,
jock
I've
jams.
spent so much time in the bathroom. I really enjoy being in there, like taking a little.
Wait, is because maybe you're alone,
And then
someone's not bothering
I'll
you?
be on TikTok for so long that I TikTok my way into a very massive hemorrhoid. And honestly, it's hurting me to sit here right now. Like I can feel I have to like do a little adjustments because my TikTok.
Is that why you're on a 45? Giant hemorrhoid due to TikTok?
my TikTok roid?
But just a lot of communication that I did not that it's bad, but so much talking.
Like what?
Everything is discussed. Shows on. We're watching The Bachelor. Paused, which I hate that feature. Whoever created the pause on television could die in a fire.
That's a big argument I've had is if she wants to talk to me while I'm in the middle of watching something, I've told her like one of my biggest pet peeves is like if I'm watching a show, I don't care if I've seen this 1,000 times, do not start talking to me. Talk to me afterwards.
Well, she'll pause it and ask me like what's going on or what she feels her insight is on especially if it's reality TV or something like that, and I have to talk back. And I'm like, I have nothing to say. And it's just a lot of stuff, like a lot of talking, a lot of communicating, what's going on. This person, she had a bad day. Like, I don't do that. I have a bad day, and it just
Let me tell you
sits
something.
here.
When you're sitting at home talking to your dog and the dog doesn't respond, you're gonna wish you had a girlfriend to respond back to you.
Buddy,
I was gonna say like please tell me, please do not try to defend your actions.
You know who else talk to
your
their dog?
I wish I wasn't so alone.
The son of Sam. I just want to let you know that. Son of Sam really had a couple
I
words
didn't
with
know
his
this
canine.
before living with my girlfriend was that I sit on couches wrong.
Wow, what's the
I
right
had
way?
no idea that there was a right and the wrong way to sit on a couch, and apparently I've been doing it wrong my whole life. My entire life I've been sitting on couches wrong.
Well, I like what.
So, the couch that her friend is an interior designer, so the couch is for looks, not function. But she's also a petite young lady, so she doesn't care. There's no functionality. A couch is a couch is a couch. I got to think about these things.
Yeah, you
I gotta
need
think
a
about
comfortable
I
couch.
got to think
He
about
does.
the way I sit. She bought a couch that looks really cool, but it sits like I'm on a rock. Like there's nothing comfortable about this couch.
Just picture a walrus on a giant rock. Is that a polar bear?
Same amount of water.
She throws a slice of cheese. He goes, oh.
Slice of cheese. They'll never work at the zoo.
But I sit on a couch, apparently, according to her, completely incorrect. Let me ask you, how do you sit on a couch? When you see a couch and there's like, let's say it's a 3-seater couch, how do you sit?
No one tells me how to sit in my own.
Okay, I should have asked you. How do you
I
sit
am
on
the
a
king
couch?
of my
all, he
own
has no-
castle.
Yeah, he doesn't have a couch.
First of all, I have a futon that does sprawl out.
Yeah, futon at 35. That's really becoming of you. Anyway,
34. Second off, 34. First off, I did get kicked out of my own bed the other day by Seaver. To my futon.
how do
because
you
he
sit
was
on a
making-
couch?
We have the, what do you call it? The love couch?
Love seat?
Love seat.
Two-seater.
No, love seats a separate thing.
Two-seater. Love seat is 2 seats. A couch is 3 seats.
I have this couch. Voo and voo.
That's
It's a court L
an L
shape.
couch.
L
So
shape.
I sleep.
Probably, I'm
I lay on this like I'm in therapy, and then the TV's in front of me, and then I have my laptop on my chest, and I'm watching.
But if you ever sit straight up
Hockey.
in a couch, you ever just sit in a couch?
No, I don't sit straight up.
Luca, how do you sit on a couch? Tell me the right way to sit on a couch.
I like to lie across the couch.
Okay, apparently, if you sit down on a couch and the cushion is in the middle behind you, that's the wrong way. The way it looks like it's built to be sat is the wrong way, according to my girlfriend.
So where's the cushion?
The reason is because the middle of the cushion will look like, if you sit on it too much, it'll like look worn, and your couches are not supposed to be, they're for decoration only, apparently, in her mind.
That's the thing. I don't have a cushion. That's why my couch is not working.
No, it's not.
I
But
have
you're
a
apparently not supposed to
cushion.
sit on a couch where if you lean on it, it will look like a person has been there. And I get that I'm a bigger person, but apparently that's not supposed to happen. This couch, by the way, is so poorly meant for a person like me that I am about to get my 3rd round of cushion stuffing. I have to go to a foam store and they have to custom cut foam to put in there.
you imagine-
because I put so much work onto this couch. That
Do you
I have to
imagine they
keep
get
replacing
married
foam.
and then she divorces him? And they go, "What's the reason for divorce?" She goes, "Cushions."
I'll tell you right now, if we get married and divorced, I'm taking those cushions. I'm taking the foam with me.
Well-
She's not getting the foam back.
Mikey, you almost broke up. I mean, not divorced, but you almost broke up, and that was because you almost.
That was not my fault.
It was your fault.
That was not my
It
fault.
wasn't your fault, but you definitely had a part in it. But it wasn't your fault.
Before you moved in,
So we were planning on moving in together. I was moving into her place.
This is my favorite story, I think, ever.
We had gone out that night. We were having a couple of wines. We were having a couple of other things. A couple of we had a good time that night. We had a very good time. Scopo provided a little bit of a good time for us.
Tell the whole story, Mike.
Mike.
What are we sitting here like children?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Tell the whole
be
story
honest
here.
We were having a drink at a bar. Apparently, she had not been feeling the love. I'm a bit of an emotionally stunted individual.
Just get to
Just
the point.
I'm getting to it. The point is that we decided to do coke that night.
There you go.
We wanted to.
You don't
she had
say
never done
coke.
cocaine.
You go blow.
Blow.
The Pablo Escobar's
sticky,
cousin,
stacky,
you know?
Boogie, oogie, oogie.
Weasel
You
dust.
know,
Weasel dust.
Colombian
You
bang
called that white
bang.
bitch and she responded. That's what you call it.
Bumping a couple
we decided
Hollywoods.
That night we were going to bump some
Yeah.
Hollywoods.
Couple of Jack Nicholsons right up the nose.
She wanted to do a little Robert Downey. I was like, how about we Junior? That's Robert Downey, Junior or Senior.
So
Anyway, she wanted to
how
do-
are you going to get cocaine at this time?
Well, she goes, do you know how to get cocaine? I go, do I know how to get cocaine? I know Chris Scopo. So I sent a text. I go, hey, buddy, can I get a little yuck or whatever the hell we're calling it?
No, you texted me, and I was with Nate McIntosh. I was opening for him in Governor's, great place. And
This guy's trying to get
Shout out to a club that doesn't book them.
yeah, well,
Unless it's on the patio.
I did headline the patio, so watch
By the way,
out.
the patio was working the line for people to go see the real comic.
Yeah. Was my cousin there named Ralph Scopo? Absolutely, he was. Yeah.
So anyways, you're in Long Island.
So he goes, hey, buddy, do you have a connection for cocaine? He said it like cocaine, like he's never done cocaine before. I call him back. I go, you serious? You want this? She's like, yeah, Becca wants to try it. I go, all right, give me like 5 minutes. And
5 minutes later,
No,
he goes,
and
buddy, it's on the way. And he's like, you got to get home or the guy's going to leave. And so we scurried home.
You at a bar, and I go, you at the bar, and I go, all right, buddy, it's on the way. And they go, how long? I go, about 10, 15 minutes. And you go, we're at the bar right now. I go, well, get home. I go, get home. You want it.
We get the coke.
No,
we do
but hold on. This is the best, though. This is the best. So I get in, I
the best
I
night for
call
you.
him, right? I call him, and I go, buddy, he's outside right now. And he goes, what do I do? Do I say hi to him? Do I invite him inside? I go, he's a drug dealer. You don't invite him inside.
I thought it was your friend. Because, well, first of all, the reason I called you is because you did a lot of the thing that I was trying to. I thought maybe this was a buddy or somebody I might have known. I was like, is this somebody I know? Do I say, like, I didn't know what was going on. You didn't explain much. You said, go outside. There's a guy in a gray van. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
You've never, was this
Never
your
mind.
first drug deal?
From this guy. Point is, we get it. We do it. We're having a great time. We're back at her place, and we had been talking about moving in possibly. And so we started we yacked up. I'm like, hey, and we were like moving the clothes. I can fit all my clothes in here. She's like, yeah, you can fit all your clothes in here. We're talking all the things like, oh, I can fit this, we can do that. And then as we're planning the move in, she's like, actually, I don't think I like you. And just like that, the coke just went, this guy sucks. And then she just decided at that moment, she goes, actually, I think we should break up. And I go, wait a minute, I thought we were moving in together.
She said it like that?
Almost exactly that. She goes, actually, I don't think this is a good idea. And I go, what do you mean? Yeah, I could put my clothes in the other side of the closet. She goes, no, the whole thing. Get the fuck out of my house. And we broke up, and she dumped me that night. I go, is this really happening? She goes, yeah, I don't think I can do this. I was like, what the hell just happened? And then the worst part about this whole thing was the next day, I was like, last night was kind of crazy. And she goes, yeah, but I meant it. So it wasn't the coke talking. It was the coke moving her mouth. The coke was the one just being like, do it. And she did it. And then she dumped me.
You know what's funny? About 4 o'clock in the morning, I hear a stumbling coming into the apartment, and I thought it was both of them. Like, oh, the cocaine cowboys are back. But it was just him. It was just him being loud.
Yeah, when you send
I
your
thought
buddy...
I thought it was 2 individuals. It was 1 individual.
When you send your buddy and his girlfriend out to do coke that night and only one returns, it ain't a good story.
Yeah.
That's a bad time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that ended. I thought I was like, oh man, I'm gonna move with my girlfriend, and then I was like, I need a new girlfriend.
Don't people usually do cocaine and then go out for the evening and not go
No, we
inside
did.
and
then we went. We made our way back to her place, and that's when it all fell apart.
where she was like, what do you think of the dresser here? And she's like, I hate that and your
And
face.
you.
Yeah. I think you.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I think the dresser.
get a bigger closet.
I think the
No,
dresser
new
should go
relationship.
outside. I think you should go along with it. I think personally. You know.
Do we have a trash chute? Mike, go check it out. Lock.
Well, you guys got back together and now you're living together.
And now we do live together, and things are fine.
In the same apartment where she told you to get out.
Yeah, I have DTs every time I walk in. I go to the closet. I'm like, oh, I'm out. Which is fine.
Yeah.
But that's an instance where it was too early. Like we didn't have the kind of relationship that was ready to be moved in. You know what I mean? Like we were pushing it for the sake of like, where are we in this? Like we were questioning the relationship, and it was like, well, if we move in, that'll solve everything. If we have a baby, that'll solve it. Like that's I feel like that's a thing that happens.
So there isn't a time frame per se. It's not like a calendar year. Okay, move in
But
together.
I think women have that time frame. They're like, well, we've been together for a year. We need to do this now.
Yeah.
Like men don't have that alarm clock where we're like, it's been a year. Like, oh, it's been a year. I should learn her middle name. Like we have a different like set of priorities.
I have a question.
think. Yeah.
Whose idea was both of you guys to move in? Was it your girlfriend's or was it like yours?
She definitely initiated it. I won't do anything unless someone pushes me to do it.
Yeah, you still be living at the apartment right now. If she was like, I would just travel back and forth from LA every
He'd have been
month.
sharing a twin bed with another guy in Bushwick if nobody got him out
Yeah.
of that place. Like, what are we talking about? That's
yeah.
You have the general need to be.
Yes. So it was definitely her idea, and it worked for the best. I'm happy. I feel more complete as a human.
I do feel it's yeah, here he goes.
Fire
I
away.
feel
Sorry,
more
that just destroyed my insides.
living
Why?
I'll never be complete.
living with it. All right, I'll
spit,
wipe
sorry.
that spit off on my.
Oh Christ!
I got
feel
antibodies.
like I feel more complete. I feel more like a man now that I live with a woman. That sound.
Aw.
That's no. Stop. I feel more responsible.
my
I feel like
God.
because now I take care of a lot of things I never took care of before.
Not me.
I hunt and gather.
Yeah,
I do
you
the
also
grocery shopping.
you also get yelled at constantly.
I do.
Yeah.
Name one time.
No, he doesn't get yelled
I
at.
don't get yelled at. We
No?
get into tilts a lot, but it doesn't mean. But that's also the first relationship I've ever been in that we get into arguments, and we never really got into arguments until we moved in together. And now I feel like it's a better relationship than it's ever been because we live together. Every time I've been in a relationship where we start to get to arguing, I'm like, well, that's it for me. I'm out. But now that I'm like in it, we went on a walk yesterday just to fight, and it was fantastic.
Let me tell you, that's the problem. I never get to relationships.
You never get to the point. Yeah, you never get. I don't get to the point of saying that's my girlfriend.
The actual apartment itself, though, right? Because you've been looking for places now, right?
Yeah. So now
Two
we're actually
bedrooms?
looking for another place. We're looking for a 2-bedroom because her place is.
She's on the app. She's on the
She's
apartments.
doing the work. Yeah, she sends me the links. It's
You said on the app for a second ago, the dating apps is not good.
No, she's on the the whatever.
The Zillow.
Zillow.
She did.
I
Ask
still
me,
I'm on Zillow. I look for stuff. It's fun.
That's where you're looking for dates. Hey, who's moving out?
So what do you?
Where you going, lady?
What do you look for, Scopo? You don't have anybody to be
No,
with?
I just when I was moving out of the apartment, I put in the search of like studio apartments, 1-bedroom, my price range, and they still send me stuff of like things, and I always look and go, ooh, mine's better. Mine's better.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah.
So I heard
But
that.
I find that when I look for apartments, like I don't look for certain details that I should be looking for. Thanks, bud. I don't think that we should be looking for. Like I don't know that we need. She's way more detail oriented.
Mike goes right into the bathroom. He looks right into the
That's
bathroom.
what I
with
do.
I
big
look at the
size.
kitchen, and that's all I care about.
I look at the bathroom.
That's it. Honestly, if the kitchen sucks, I'm like, this whole place sucks.
Bathroom's what's important to me. It has to be like spacious.
That's where you do all your work.
That's where I do a lot of things. That's where I pump myself up in the morning. It needs to be good. The bathroom needs to be homey to me. It can't be. I can't have a bathroom. I need a nice sink. I like ambiance. I like a good bathroom with ambiance.
Ambiance.
I like ambiance. If I was
Our last bathroom had the drawer was falling apart. There's
yeah,
no ambiance
look,
in
that was a place
still a pretty tight
for me to
bathroom.
survive. That was like Snowden in Russia. I was just there hiding out. That's what I was doing there. I was just there hiding out. I was trying to escape the IRS.
Until the government
That's
lets you
it.
back in. Yeah.
Everything
it.
about that, the thing that makes me the most shocked of that statement is that you know who Snowden is.
Yeah, I know him for the reference, but that's it.
You
I don't know
why?
what it is.
He's on Joe Rogan.
But the bathroom is important to me. But everything else, I don't give a shit.
But that's the thing about women is that they have the detail to fill the holes that we don't have. I think.
There's things that
Wouldn't you tell me about a
because
book
they have
about
nothing else to
coffee
do in
that
their
taught you
lives.
something?
I was telling you about a book about coffee. So women are better at they have better an eye for stuff.
Oh,
they have
sorry.
better. Well, I
Not
don't
with
know.
you, buddy.
I don't know, pal.
Walked right
What
into
the hell's
that.
the word? Like
An eye for detail.
an eye for detail. That's what they have. They have a better eye for detail. And I was reading this
You
book.
would have thought I told this guy the meaning of life.
I was reading this book on coffee. How like when the coffee industry started to erupt, they were like the beans were
You
important.
mean you would like to perhaps say when the coffee business was starting to percolate?
Yeah. Okay. Easy. There, the pun master over here. So the beans were
I
important.
hated that joke.
But
It was
because you didn't
disgusting.
understand it.
Yeah. No, I know what percolate means because what's his?
You like to eat coffee with your cantaloupe.
So the beans were like they needed to be symmetrical and they needed to be nice because that's how they sold, right? It was just the aesthetics of the beans. Okay, so men. It was a male industry dominated industry.
What's
so
up, men?
Men would everything was I think back in the day.
I think it still is. Because we're the best, and you're number 2.
So the men would separate the beans, and the boss would say, make sure that they're symmetrical and they're nice. And the guys were like, yeah, and they'd
Where
you
would
know
they go? How'd
they
they
would
go?
yeah.
What was it, me?
Yeah, pretty much. So they were sending all these beans that they thought looked good, and then they'd show up, and people would be like, "These beans are all fucked up. They're chipped. They're on a 45. This is a cockroach."
Why not going this way? Why not going that way?
Why is this bean breathing?
Yeah, this bean has a heartbeat. So they hired women. It was like the first job where women infiltrated the workforce because they could see, oh my God, this is a good bean. This is a bean. This bean's a little off. And that's why women are like, they have that instinct. And it started with the coffee, the coffee bean.
What, to look at beans?
Well, to look at things that are they're
that
just
men wouldn't notice.
they're just more in tune to. I don't even know the words here.
So you're saying women are better at the little details and men are better at everything
I'm
else?
not saying anything like that.
Yeah, that's what he's
Is
saying.
that what you're trying to say? That
Men
men are
listening to any of this.
men are
podcast.
better at both everything, and women are the little ones. Okay, I got you. That's not right to say. By the way,
The things that Olivia brings into the house, like a little vase or like a little knickknack, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't realize how much this makes me happy here. But when we lived all together, it was just walls and just nothing.
that's not true. I found that picture in the garbage,
Yeah, you did bring a garbage painting on.
and it was the lady of the house.
That's
Smelled
right.
Like, and that lady smelled like piss.
You know what? But I have the knickknack, the knickknack eye.
I like that he thinks he's got the knickknack. He goes, that painting, I have wall.
What'd you bring in, Mike?
I had
Besides
the whole
tacos.
place painted. I scrubbed that place. Me and him scrubbed that place top to bottom.
We did
Took
scrub the place.
15
We
years
did
of
scrub the
grease off
place.
that place, and you threw a garbage painting on the wall. And he's like, tell me I'm good.
Yeah, but
Screw
but
you.
she was
Yeah, he's art merchant over
Yeah.
there. He found it from a
Yeah,
recycle.
really, old Banksy over here.
What the hell was that?
Deciding what art is.
And it was always crooked.
Yeah,
we had
but she was a piece though.
Yeah, a piece of trash that you picked
Come on,
up.
she was a hottie. I mean, she was alive in 1820, but she was a hottie in 1820. Come on, she had the little thing, the little
Stop,
little nips
stop.
on
Get
there.
out of here.
You're all horny for painting, for Christ's sakes.
This guy's got problems.
But yeah, no, there's definitely some things. I mean, a lot of things Olivia adds to the house that I'm like, oh my God, this is nice. This makes me feel good.
Yeah,
it
that's
makes me feel
it's-
nice. It doesn't. I'm just looking at if it was just me, it would just be bare walls.
I'll walk in sometimes and there'll be a smell. I'm like, that smells amazing. She's like, oh, it's this candle votive. I didn't know that was a word. That,
I do
that
say-
my friend, she makes these custom candle scents, and she made one specific to my my intelligence and my birth moon. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And I go, your birth moon smells great. I love the way your birth moon stinks. And it makes the whole place
I will
smell
say,
amazing.
we could all live in a jail cell and not even realize it. Like
Yeah.
everything's barren.
But
That's it.
But the other option's better.
That's why I like my mom coming over because she does make this. She does spray and she does bring stuff.
She comes with her spray.
Oh no, she has
walks
it.
in like this. She goes like this. She goes,
Your mom comes with spray.
No, she comes and she leaves them there, and then she sprays there. She tells
when she brings his folded, cleaned laundry, brings his groceries, and brings all of the rest of the stuff.
No, she doesn't bring
leaves,
groceries
sprays.
anymore. I was only when I had COVID. Okay,
But the laundry, she still
the
does.
laundry she does. Yeah, the laundry she still brings.
This is why you're honestly. I think this is why you'll never live with a woman.
He is going to live with a woman. It's going to happen.
Well, he's going to live with Maz. He's going to move back in with his mom.
No, he's gonna
because
move with
I
his
think,
girlfriend.
and I love Maz. I think she's one of the best people out there. She has ruined you for women.
Yeah, because no one could top her. No one's better than my mother.
Why when you talk about your mom, do you do her accent? No one
It's to
tops my mother.
It's to honor her
Yeah, okay.
for a wonderful lady she is.
Ugh,
I know you subscribe to the Patreon, Ma. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the women have the eye for detail that we won't have, and it's better living with them than it is not. I'll be honest.
We just provide the money. Oh wait, you guys don't. Sorry.
So
This guy's who are you, Elon Musk? What are you talking about?
this guy's good.
Nah, they call me Jeff Bezos. I'm jacked, kid. You see Bezos, by the way? He's jacked.
I call you trash Bezos.
I don't know what Bezos' chest looks like. What's he bench pressing? I have no idea.
That guy's on HGH. I can't wait.
Oh, really?
I can't wait to get HGH.
Yeah, and they make more money. Big deal.
Go-
that's another episode. We're going to be talking about what if your significant other makes more money than you.
Going to
I
IKEA.
am pumped to lie about that episode. Go to IKEA.
Going to IKEA with Olivia is ridiculous.
I love IKEA.
I'm behind her and she's like, she'll be like, there's a lazy Susan. And she's like, spin that. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, what do you think of these drawers? She's like, open them. I'm like, ooh. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing.
You're like a monkey that sits on someone's arm.
That's what she does.
Yeah,
She goes,
go collect the nickel. Okay.
She goes, you like that couch? And I sit down. I go, I get up.
Yeah, it's a couch.
I do like go to IKEA and sitting on stuff. It's fun to do.
I go to IKEA and I'm doing it wrong. She goes, you can't lay down like that.
She's going pure business, Olivia. But I'm going for like, I'm just sitting, I'm opening stuff, and that's all I'm doing. It's more for fun.
You're testing out the rollers.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm opening things.
I went to IKEA one time by myself. Wrong decision. How
was that?
I didn't know you had to like take a photo of the price, and then you had to go up to not price, but the whatever it
You
is.
write the thing down.
Yeah, and then you had to go there and be like, hey, I want this. I just was
This
like,
guy's
oh.
unscrewing the
No, I
he's
go,
unscrewing the floor model, put it on his shoulder, goes, I want this.
No, I go, oh, I like that. I like the thing on aisle 4. I go, it's like a canopy kind of thing. He's like, what? He goes, where's the photo? I go, I didn't have a photo of it, so I remembered it in my head, and I just he's like, you gotta go back and take a photo of it. I go, oh, that's what the things where everyone was doing? I was like, oh, I didn't get that.
People are posting on Instagram?
He goes, look at these nerds writing numbers down.
I thought IKEA was like hashtag.
IKEA count.
I thought IKEA was like hashtag IKEA and you get a free thing.
You thought they were putting out their stories?
Yeah, that's what I thought they were doing. I was like, it's crazy. I go, these losers will like hashtag anything.
We gotta get you. You gotta move in, man.
Then when I get my mom, she's like, you gotta do this. I go, oh, okay.
But that's a thing that women have, that especially when it comes to interior design, they have an eye for detail. The things that's why a guy living by themselves, the occasional guy has a good eye for it, but in general, I think women have. They're gonna make
Those
the
are called
home
gay men.
a home.
He's not wrong. Gay men are usually better
They're great at it. They're so like first of all, their bodies are sick. Let's be honest, gay men got great bodies.
They do.
I ask Mateo Lane every week. I go, what do you do for your traps, buddy? Because
what does he do?
Oh, he has a workout. He's ridiculously
Yeah.
good. And then they dress better.
For sure.
Their apartments are nicer.
Smell better.
Look at us.
Nah, I
We're
dress
all
like
wearing
shit.
hoodies.
Couple two-tree
You
hoodies?
think 3 gay guys would show up to a podcast in hoodies? There's no shot that would happen.
No, they'd look great.
They'd be in a 3-piece suit.
No, they look great.
Yeah.
3-piece suit.
But anyways, yeah, women are not great. Are great.
There you go. Now you're getting my lingo.
Speaking his language.
They're great at making a house feel homey and interior design and all this stuff that I would look at and I'd be like, this is fucking disgusting. What is this? Wait, what is this? A glittery pine cone? Get it the fuck out of my face.
But when you see it up on the thing, you're like, I love that pine cone.
Yeah.
How'd that pine cone get here?
Yeah, exactly. It's weird.
We have a couple of. We asked a question on Reddit, and I want to talk about. I asked this question to Reddit. I said, "What did you learn when you first moved in with your significant other?" And here's one of my
Take
favorite.
a pass on this one.
My favorite answer, Steve Bow 12 said she farted, and that's an interesting thing. Is that I found out that women fart on a regular basis. I'm not trying to blow up anybody's spot, but she also blew up her own spot. You know what I mean? But that was the thing. She farted. She ate. A lot of head shedding.
Wow, I thought
Shedding.
I was like, I'll move in right now.
A lot of head. What shedding? No, I'm out.
Tons of head shedding. It's unbelievable.
So much hair.
See, I have a lot of hair, so I'm just shedding constantly.
Well, triple it if you move in what you want with your girlfriend.
AO Tech says women use more toilet paper in a month than most men probably do in a year.
I
Women's
asked about
bathroom
that.
etiquette is truly despicable.
No, dude, I asked about that. I understood. It made sense. I said, "Why do you use all the toilet paper?" And she said, "Because do you like wipe your pee-pee, your penis?" Sorry, I acted like a 5-year-old when I said it. Do you wipe your pee? Do you pee-pee?
Well, I was gonna say, is that how she talks?
Do you wipe? Me and her.
Let me see your pee-pee. You see your pee-pee.
Well, that's how she talks to him because it's so small.
Dude, they have.
You like your little thingy? It also has a little hoodie on it too. It's like, come out, play. Let me come out, play. Oh, it's my
No. No, they have to, dude. They have like 2 buttholes. No, they do.
That's how it works.
No, they're peeing. They're peeing and poo. Like it's. They need 2 things. They need to wipe after a pee. They have.
They got 2 buttholes.
No, after a pee, they have to wipe, dude. I know it doesn't make sense to us because we don't have to wipe.
I know women wipe after they pee.
That's why they use more.
It's only a little bit though. It's only like one little sheet.
No, is it? How do we know?
Maybe she's got a lot of pee.
Girl's got 2 buttholes.
It's like 2 buttholes. It's not as crazy, but it's like half a butthole.
It's still not. It's not.
It's like a butthole and a half.
It's
You got a butthole and a half.
It's 1.5 buttholes. No. That's why they use so much toilet paper,
You really think that's why?
dude. I asked.
I think because they're not good at sharing.
Why do you always have to do it?
No, I'm just saying. Like they think
sharing.
they think
I don't know what that means.
they think toilet paper grows on trees, which technically it does. That it just keeps going and keeps going. Women, I've seen when I used to date my ex, she used to wrap her fucking hand in toilet paper and then go like this. I'd be like, "What are you doing? Take a little sheet.
Yeah.
It's okay."
What were you doing in the bathroom?
I used to watch.
Because I'm suspicious of all this toilet paper activity. I'm going to sit here and watch.
Sets up a camera. That turns out that's voyeurism.
That's illegal. My dad, when I was a kid, I used to clog the toilet constantly because I would use like a whole roll of toilet paper to wipe.
I thought it was your shits.
And he goes, look, son, I know you want to have as much distance between your finger and your asshole. I get it. But can you not use a whole roll to dump? He buys a special toilet that is rated for 27 golf balls. I remember this. He goes, it can flush 27 golf balls in one flush. And I remember the first probably week we had it, I clogged that son of a bitch. And he starts screaming. I can hear him upstairs. He goes, 27 golf balls! You figured out how to clog it! Are you out of your fucking mind? And it was like, it blew up the whole, it was so fucking funny.
I actually, speaking of toilet paper, I just got a bidet.
I thought you always had a bidet.
No.
Oh.
No,
Oh, your parents did. Your parents
Parents
had a bidet.
did.
He's never had a good day. It's always been a bit. All right. It's all right. I didn't like that laugh.
When you want jokes, you don't go to Mike.
Your bidet's pathetic. It's like $32.
No, it's Hello Tush.
It sprays
me, my
one
love.
little shot in your ass.
Annie
like
got
a,
me the
like
bidet.
A, like a
Annie got-
clown's a flower from a clown. It's
Annie
pathetic.
you know what I can't wait to do is push the bidet down. Let's see if let the water run. See him go with the water.
And then the last comment, a couple more comments, but one of them, a lot of poor hygienes, a lot of stuff about the toilet. And then this guy just goes, permanent staff goes, relationships are very easy and enjoyable. I feel like that guy's got problems.
That guy's alone.
that's
That
not
guy's
it,
alone
yeah.
in the basement.
That was
There's no
actually
way.
me.
That's Scopo's. What's his name? That's Scopo's burner account.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about anything, man. About interior design.
Well, listen, this was fun.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
had a good
lean
time.
back.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was great.
The moral of the story is that
Have your mom design
it's
your
not
apartment.
easy.
That's the moral of the story.
It's not easy moving in with a significant other, but hopefully there's some stuff here that you could take from
you guys
us.
think I'll ever be able to do that?
No, to take from us a couple of things. I think
think-
you will eventually. But
I
you
think
have to.
you
You're gonna
are.
have to do years.
You're
of
gonna be
therapy.
so lonely in your life
Yeah,
that
but
you're
they
gonna
also
do it.
call that roommates because I probably have a roommate eventually again.
Yeah, I hope it's someone that loves you, and they're not related. So, yeah, we're gonna do this episode. Probably we'll do another part of this. We'll have some like a woman talking about this too.
Yeah, I
it's
think we
important
need-
to get
I
that
think we need a
perspective as
woman.
well. So there'll be a part 2 to this, which we're pretty pumped about. We had a lot of stuff we never got to, but we ran out of time. So you'll see this for part 2. If you're listening, watch the video, watch the YouTube, like, rate, review, subscribe to YouTube. Hit us up on Patreon, patreon.com/DearBuddiesPodcast. Dear Buddies Podcast and everything. Also, hit us up on Instagram at Dear Buddies Podcast. On our stories, we're going to have all of our a lot of future episode topics. So if you have any stories to tell us about moving in, things that have gone wrong, horror stories, kind of like my cocaine story, we want to hear about it. We'll talk about it on another episode. And if you have anything that you want to talk about or you have any questions, look at our stories. We'll have future episodes, and then we'll collect all that stuff, and we'll read some of them and try to work through them. So check that out. Also on the Patreon, you could find a lot of really cool stuff. You could write in. We have a hotline. You could call in and leave a voicemail for us, and we'll play it on a show when we have questions that relate to it. So anything you got problems with, if you're too embarrassed to talk about them with your friends, you got nobody to ask advice, Talk to your buddies. We'll take
We're gonna
care
have
of it for you.
clips. We're gonna have a lot of fun things on the Patreon.
He's just repeating everything I just said. I had a really nice tight button there,
You know what
and
it
he
was,
just says,
though?
"You know what? I got to hear my voice."
You know what it was? Yeah, he talked for too long, and it bugged me. It bugged me that he talked for too long, and he alphaed me. So I was like, you know what? I'm an alpha. I got an alpha back.
I love how he said everything, and Scopo went, "We got clips." What the hell was that?
I was so proud.
We got clips.
That was unbelievable. I
I
was
so
like,
proud
let's
of how I
wrap it
buttoned that
up.
And then Scopo goes, "But also you can see stuff."
I'll also be at AlphaCon 2022, being a man. Okay.
Yeah, that's what men need to do. They need to go to a convention about being a man.
Okay. Can I pee now?
Goodbye.
Yes.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you guys. And this guy really had to go.
Yeah, buddy.